If I said it one way, she would tell me that she didn't have a problem and shut it down. So every time I had that, I had to articulate it a different way, try to give her a perspective. Big metaphor guy, because I always tried to correlate to someone I always wondered how someone's brain worked, that they couldn't admit that they had a problem or couldn't understand that if you're getting drunk at 5 a.m. and driving your kids drunk to school, right? So I'd find different ways to try and communicate with her. Because I always thought it was a communication error, and it was never that. And that was my problem, is it was never communication error. It was not wanting to admit you had a problem, but you knowing it did. So for me, now that that's a better half of my entire life. I catch myself arguing with my wife, trying to win, opposed to trying to understand where they're coming from. It's like you hear something, and that's the biggest thing. Is the last 2 years of my life have been me just trying to put myself in other people's shoes, because that's the one thing I carried away from it, was whenever someone would argue with me, I didn't care about how they felt. I cared about winning the argument, and I had to take a step back.